Athens and see if that keeps you in or out, if you want to get in or out of your home. It's not going to do it. And then not for a second should we discount prohibition and the fact that border violence is a prohibition phenomenon. Legalized marijuana, arguably 75% of the border violence with Mexico goes away. And then we're at drug policy. Thank goodness for Colorado, thank goodness for Washington State, they have voted to legalize marijuana. This is going to be a really good thing. The sky isn't going to fall. Police are going to actually wake up and be able to go out and enforce real crime as opposed to victimless, non-violent crime. I believe that 90% of the drug problem is prohibition-related, not use-related. That is not to discount the problems with use and abuse, but that should be the focus. Look, Steve Jobs said, "My inspiration has been LSD." That's what Steve Jobs said. In the 60s, a visual dose of acid, a window pane acid, was half the size of your little fingernail. Well, in the 60s, there were people that were taking sheets of window pane acid thinking they could fly and jumping out of windows. That is a prohibition phenomenon. That was an unsafe dose. Heroin. Oh, I guess you want to legalize heroin then, if you want to legalize these other drugs. Well, look, in Zurich, Switzerland, they have a heroin maintenance program. You can get free heroin. You have to get a doctor's prescription. You get free heroin. The idea was to reduce death, disease, crime, corruption. Death, a dose that's not going to kill you. Disease, no more HIV, no more hepatitis C because of clean needles. Well, Chief of Police from Zurich comes to Albuquerque when I'm governor for a drug conference. He said, when they came out with this program in Zurich, I could not have been more opposed, nor could all of my friends who were in law enforcement. Death, disease, crime, corruption, it was going to skyrocket as a result of this program. I am here today to tell you that death, disease, crime, corruption has plummeted in Zurich. Zurich is a much better place to live today, and citizens of Zurich voted to re-up on the program. So we legalized marijuana in this country, and by the way, I'm on the chairlift earlier this season, right? I'm on the chairlift earlier this season, this guy looks over and he goes, "Man, you look like Gary Johnson." I get that all the time. And he goes, "You are Gary Johnson, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes, I am." He goes, "I would be so honored if we could smoke a bowl right now." I said, "Look, man, I don't smoke, I don't drink, but I'm working hard to make sure that if this is a choice that you make, that this is a choice that you can make." Now, I don't drink, I don't smoke marijuana, but I have drank and I have smoked marijuana. And for me, marijuana was a much, much, much safer alternative than alcohol. And that's what we're going to find out. That's what we're going to educate ourselves on as a nation. And this country is going to be a much better place. And thank you to Colorado. Thank you to the state of Washington. Gun rights. Look, that's been kind of front and center also. I don't think the